Hello and welcome to the Jack U Masterclass on how to make the perfect espresso Italian style. The first thing is coffee, and a good quality coffee such as Lavazza is what I would recommend. Other brands are available. And the other thing is the coffee maker. I've always had problems with the big boxes such as Nespresso and similar, and I've always stuck with the old faithfuls, whether it be this design or what Russ calls the Dalek design coffee maker. Personally, I would always go for this particular one because it's never given me any problems. This is a good substitute, but I wouldn't use any other, to be totally honest. Fill and the bottom half with cold water. Now you notice there is a little valve there, and as you can see, the water goes just as far as that valve. You then put this here, and you're now ready to load the coffee. Right, you load the coffee in the normal way, but what you don't do is pat it down in any way. You leave it as it is, in order to make sure that you've got air around each particular spoonful. So you just put enough coffee to create a mountain, which you can see here. You're creating a mountain. And that is it. And at this point, you now put screw the top on here. You bring the coffee maker to the stove and you switch it on. Now notice that it's very much at a low minimum temperature. What you don't do, and you never do, is bring it all the way to the top like this. No, you keep it very much low temperature, so it just heats. The idea being that I don't know, there's a lot of science goes on, and I don't do science. Magic is much better. So there's a lot of gobbledygook goes on, which forces the water through the coffee granules and into the top half, which is where you get your coffee. So this is because it's on a low heat, it's likely to take some time. Now, one thing that you will notice inside, it's that when you clean an espresso maker, you will clean it with water, but you won't actually clean it with soap. The idea is it a bit like the English teapot, the Chinese wok. It takes all the infusions of previous thing. This particular coffee maker I've had since 1991. It was a moving in gift from my mum. It's now 2020, so I've had it for quite a long time, and it still works perfectly. Italians generally tend to have 2 or 3 coffee makers on the go, that when one starts to wear out, they will for themselves introduce another one, because it takes about 2 months of regular use for a coffee maker to start to produce really good quality coffee. One thing, because new ones will tend to just give you water, and you won't get the caffeine kick. The other reason why you don't do this and put it on full heat is because if you've got the coffee maker on full heat, the water will go rushing through and you won't actually get any of the coffee infusion, which is what you really want. So you just keep looking and checking, and there's nothing there, so that's perfect at the moment. If you feel that the coffee is taking a long time and nothing is happening, there is a way to speed it up. And the way to speed it up seems to be counterintuitive to what you would think. You switch the gas off. You'd count to about 10 seconds or so. And then you'd switch the gas on again. Again, keep making sure that you keep it at low heat. And just check what's happening. Nothing's happening yet. That's fine. The longer, the lower the heat, the longer it takes, the stronger the coffee. Let's have a look, see, aha, coffee started coming through. That's brilliant. Just what we want. Just let it take its time, nice and slow. As I say, the lower the heat, the longer it takes to go through the coffee maker, the stronger the coffee. Because a good espresso, not only is it strong, but there is a sweet aftertaste to it without the sugar. What's happening now? Oh, it's coming, it's coming. You can start to hear it's percolating. It's percolating. So what you do is you now just switch it off, leave it to percolate, let it take its time. You can see steam coming out at the back as well, so be very careful. Let's just have a look. Yes, it's stopped coming. So the coffee is now ready to pour. To pour the coffee, as you can see, it's only half a cup. It's only half a cup. That is all you need because of the caffeine, and that is it. The perfect way to make Italian coffee.